Luka Doncic is LeBron James's replacement. I want to make that very clear to all NBA basketball fans, to the Lakers fans, to the Dallas Maverick fans. What you guys got to understand is Luka Doncic going to the Los Angeles Lakers is a long-term thing. LeBron James is 40 years old. He's still balling out, right? Still looks like he's in his prime, right? Has he lost a little bit of athleticism? Yes. But LeBron is still playing like he's in his early 30s, right? We got to give respect when it's due. But what y'all got to understand is this is the reason why the Lakers didn't tell LeBron James about this trade. Because if they would have told LeBron James about this trade, he would have told them not to do it, which is why they didn't tell him in the first place, right? This deal was done in the shadows. There was no rumors of Luka Doncic being traded, period. Nobody knew that the Dallas Mavericks were not happy with Luka Doncic. Nobody knew this. But when you really look at the grand scheme of things, when you look at when Rick Carlisle was the head coach of the Dallas Mavericks, we all know that he was fired because he did not get along with Luka Doncic. Also, Kristaps Porzingis, who was supposed to be Dirk Nowitzki's replacement, him and Luka Doncic, they didn't get along. They didn't get along either, right? There's rumors that Luka Doncic is the reason why Kristaps Porzingis was traded away to the Washington Wizards. You understand what I'm saying? Now, Jason Kidd, who was the head coach that the Mavericks hired after Rick Carlisle got fired, Jason Kidd has publicly criticized Luka Doncic, saying that he whines too much to the refs, which is a fact. Everybody says that Luka Doncic complains and cries too much to the referees. And Jason Kidd has publicly stated that he doesn't like when Luka does it. He tells Luka to stop doing it. Luka does it anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So, lastly, my last point that I want to give, right? We've been hearing not a lot, not like Zion Williamson, but we have heard talks that Luka Doncic doesn't stay in shape, right? Especially Skip Bayless has said this, but we have heard that Luka Doncic comes into the season overweight. We've seen it, right? There's a reason why we've never seen Luka Doncic without a shirt on. Pause. But you don't ever see Luka Doncic shirtless, and there's a reason for that. The guy probably has man boobs, man. He doesn't stay in shape. He eats a lot of garbage, right? He's obviously not taking care of his diet. He doesn't hit the weight room a lot. And it seems as though that he gets in shape during the regular season. He comes into the season overweight. He works his way into shape into the middle of the season. And because of that, he's constantly having hamstring and ankle injuries. Because when you have too much weight on you, right, that affects your knees and your ankles. So since Luka's been on the Mavericks, he's had a repeated history of getting injured, especially in the most pivotal parts of the playoffs, whether it was, in the Western Conference Finals, whether it was in the finals, right? We constantly see Luka have these nagging leg injuries because he is not in shape. And that is a big deal, but at the end of the day, that's not a reason to trade your franchise player. This guy took your team to the finals. The first year Kyrie came to, it was the second year. The second year Kyrie Irving was on the team, you guys go to the finals, right? So the fact that they traded Luka, it means this. Now, if you guys remember when the Dallas Mavericks won the Western Conference Finals last year and we found out they were going to the finals, there's a video of Luka Doncic drinking a beer. You know what I'm saying? He's drinking a beer, celebrating, and Michael Finley walks up and snatches the beer out of his hand and walks away. And Luka Doncic is looking at Michael Finley like, really? What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Because it's normal, right? It's normal to see players drinking champagne and drinking beer, celebrating when they win the Western Conference Finals, when they win any type of finals, right? When they win the NBA Cup, right? So the fact that Michael Finley just walked up and snatched the beer out of Luka's hand like he was a child, you know what that means? That means that people in the Dallas Mavericks organization, they know that Luka has problems staying in shape. They know that he probably drinks a lot of alcohol when he's not playing basketball. And the bottom line is he's not taking care of his body how he should. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, this is very similar to the situation with Zion Williamson in New Orleans. The only difference is Zion Williamson hasn't taken his team to the Western Conference Finals, and he hasn't taken his team to the finals. And obviously, He doesn't average the most points per game in the season like Luka Doncic did last year, right? Like Luka Doncic is the best point guard in the NBA. I look at him as more of a shooting guard, but at the end of the day, he plays point guard. And statistically, this guy, he's the best scoring point guard in the league. He's really like top 3 best scorer in the league. The only person you can really say is a better scorer than Luka Doncic really is Nikola Jokic. He's a better scorer than LeBron at this point. He's a better scorer than Kyrie Irving at this point. He's a better scorer than Kevin Durant at this point. He's a better scorer than Steph Curry. I mean, like, who's a better scorer than Luka for real? Some people might, I guess some people might say, what, Anthony Edwards? I disagree. I think Luka's a better scorer than Anthony Edwards, But the reason why people don't want to give Luka Doncic that credit is because he's not athletic. And that's a big part of the reason why he was traded from the Dallas Mavericks. He is not athletic, right? He doesn't have that much muscle. He has a high percentage of body fat compared to other players in his position in the league. You don't see Luka dunking on niggas like that, you know what I'm saying? If Luka really dedicated, to getting in shape and really getting up his muscle and lowering that body fat, Luka could really be unstoppable, right? Now, when you look at Luka and LeBron, they have a lot of similarities, right? And when you have 2 players on the same team that are too similar, it usually doesn't work out. You understand what I'm saying? Usually one player has to make a sacrifice to basically, let the other player be the leader and benefit of the team as a whole. We've seen this when LeBron James first partnered up with Dwayne Wade. Those guys are very similar in their game. And that's why it didn't work that first year. That's why they lost to that old Dallas Mavericks team. You feel me? Dwayne Wade had to take a step back and tell LeBron, look, this is your team now, man. You're better than me. And it helped the team as a whole. And that is exactly what LeBron James is going to have to do to Luka Doncic. Now, it's funny because last night, the Lakers played the Clippers, and LeBron James made a statement last night, man. LeBron James balled his ass off last night. It was the first game where we had Luka Doncic courtside watching, and LeBron James played so good. And LeBron James, he usually has problems against the Clippers, right? We're used to seeing the Clippers whoop LeBron James's ass every season. You feel me? But I think that LeBron James wanted to show Luka, like, look, I know that you're here to take my spot, but I'm not ready to give you that spot. You got to earn that spot. And at the end of the day, I'm King James, you know what I'm saying? And this is my team because LeBron knows what's going on, y'all. LeBron James knows what's going on. Like I said, Luka Doncic is his replacement. Literally. He's literally there. So when LeBron James retires, you still got Luka. You still have a superstar franchise player that you could build around that could attract other stars, other all-stars, other good role players. And I think LeBron James last night, he basically played like that to show Luka, as long as I'm here, I dictate whether this is your team or not, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like that, man. Like, seriously, guys. When's the last time we seen LeBron play like that against the Clippers? Somebody let me know in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's going to take some time for these guys to play good with each other. I don't think that Luka's, like, because Luka's supposed to play Saturday, I don't think that Luka is just going to get inserted into the starting lineup and the Lakers are going to go on a 20-game winning streak. I don't see that. I think that it's going to be a situation where, either Luka's going to be scoring and doing his thing and LeBron James is just watching, or LeBron James is going to be scoring, doing his thing, and Luka's just watching. And if the Lakers truly want to compete for a championship this year or the year after, Luka and LeBron are going to have to learn how to play with each other. They're going to have to look for each other to get open. They're going to have to be throwing, for example, Luka's going to have to be throwing alley-oop dunks to LeBron. If Luka's open for the 3, pass it to Luka. But the problem with that is LeBron James and Luka, they're so ball dominant. These guys don't like to score off the dribble. These guys like to have the ball in their hands, bring the ball up the court, dribble, step back, shoot. You understand what I'm saying? And that's why so many people like Paul Pierce, they think that this isn't going to work, right? Like me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think this is going to work. And this not working is a good thing, because what happened is two things gonna happen. It's either gonna speed the process of LeBron James retiring, or it's gonna speed the process up of LeBron James walking out the door. Right? Depending on how things go for the rest of this season, if the Lakers make a deep playoff push and they somehow get to the Western Conference Finals or the Finals, most likely LeBron's going to sign another 2-year deal and then retire after, right? But let's just say Luka plays Saturday and the rest of the season is a complete fucking disaster, right? Because we've seen this happen so many times when superstar players team up with. We've seen what happened with Russell Westbrook. You feel me? If this team ends up being a disaster and, they get bounced out of the playoffs first round or second round, there's a high possibility LeBron James is not going to re-sign with the league. He's going to opt out of his deal. And I can see LeBron James going to the Golden State Warriors to go play with Steph Curry and Draymond. We all know LeBron and Draymond are best friends. LeBron James has always said that he wants to play with Steph Curry. And like I said, he would actually be doing the Lakers a favor because, like I said, Luka Doncic is LeBron James' replacement. So the Lakers right now, the franchise, the organization, they're in a win-win situation. Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss and JJ Redick, guess what, guys? They don't give a fuck if they don't go to the finals this year and win a ring. They don't give a fuck if they're going to make the playoffs, but they don't give a fuck if they don't make the playoffs this year. Because at the end of the day, Luka's the number one option right now. It's his team. It's not LeBron's team no more. And I just hope that we don't have to see LeBron James find that out the hard way. You understand what I'm saying? I hope LeBron James, because LeBron James is really the smartest guy, possibly the smartest guy in basketball history, basketball IQ-wise. I'm pretty sure he knows what's going on. And I hope that his ego doesn't get in the way of him realizing what this is. You feel me? I would hate to see LeBron stay on this team another 2-3 years and, he's still trying to be the number one option and Luka's points per game is dropping and Luka becomes frustrated and, these guys aren't winning games and these guys aren't really making any moves in the playoffs. And then what happens is the Lakers just tell LeBron James, look, we're just going to trade you, bro. We don't need you no more. Because in all actuality, guys, guess what? The Lakers don't need LeBron James anymore. They don't. They don't need LeBron anymore. They have Luka. Let me know what you guys think about this video. It's your boy Wavy. I'm out.